Hello everyone, my name is Evan and behind me is our Countrymark Log home, and we finished building this in 2018. It is, Countrymark calls it a hybrid log home. It is kind of a cross between some conventional framing, and then it also has a timber frame roof system. So it actually has a bunch of beams that is timber framing for the roof, and they're all exposed on the inside, so it has a bunch of exposed beams on the ceiling. And then it also has like the timber frame entrance on the front of the house. And it also has a log siding on the outside. It has dovetails on the edge and makes it look like a log home, but it's truly doesn't have logs. It's not a true log home, but I think it is it's a good compromise, because it is really insulated very well. It's very energy efficient. Plus it gives you the look and feel of a log home, and then it gives you some of those timber frame feels as well, with all the exposed beams and everything that's in the house. So ever since we built the house, we did show the build on YouTube, but ever since we've filmed that, we've showed a lot of the rooms, but we've had lots of people ask for a tour of the inside, and we've never done a finished inside tour of the house. So that's what I thought we would do today. We'll just go ahead and I'll give you a quick tour. So just go ahead and follow me inside and we'll have a look around. So one of the requirements my wife Rebecca had is she wanted a gable entrance on the log cabin, and you can see this nice timber frame entrance. Looks pretty cool. So we actually don't have a real doorbell on our house at all. All we have is an old-fashioned bell. So if somebody comes over, they just got to ring this bell instead of a normal doorbell. So let's go ahead and go inside. So the first thing we come into is the great room, and the focal point in the room is definitely the fireplace. So my wife Rebecca wanted a really big fireplace, and we ended up kind of making a compromise. Instead of going with the traditional fireplace, we ended up going with a fireplace insert, because we can heat our house with this, but yet we kept the stonework and everything still pretty good size. So it's 6 feet across, and then we weren't really sure how big a hearth should be, and I think a traditional hearth is actually only like 20 inches, but we ended up having this piece of limestone made for the hearth, and I think it's about 3 feet. This is almost like a 3 foot wide hearth, and it's just a really big feature here in the room. And this limestone, it has that smooth surface, so it actually makes it really easy to be able to kind of sweep off any dirt, debris, or ash that may get on it when you're burning the fireplace. And I just love all the stone and how it goes all the way to the ceiling. And then the other thing you notice when you walk in, of course, is going to be the ceiling, these vaulted ceilings. And all of these exposed beams are actually, that is the frame of the roof. That's what actually is holding up the roof. That is the timber frame. And it just gives a really neat, look to the whole room. I mean, it just kind of sets makes it feel like a great room. So over here we've got this is our dining room nook. Now right now, we just had Christmas not too long ago. We haven't taken the leaves out of the table, so the table is a little bit large for the space right now. But this is the dining area here. And then this is our kitchen area, and we decided to go with a rectangular island here. And this is about 8.5 feet by 4 feet deep. And it's just a really nice big island to be able to prepare food on and to cook on. And we eat a lot of our meals on here as well. And in the island we do have a cooktop. Now this is a 36-inch cooktop, so it's actually the wider version, and it just makes a little bit of extra space when you're cooking. And I've had a lot of people ask about a range hood, because if you look up, it's just a vaulted ceiling and there is no range hood, and we've really not had any issues with that. It's such a big room, I don't think you really notice when you're cooking or anything like that. So I haven't had any issues not having a range hood, and so far everything's worked out great. We ended up had Amish, craftsmen. We ended up having them make our cabinets, and these are a hickory cabinet that's been stained dark and we asked them to keep the knots in the cabinet so that it looked more rustic. And I think the cabinets just turned out fantastic. I really like the molding along the top and how they change height. I think that they did a really good job with our cabinets. And then we ended up getting quartz countertop, and we've never had quartz countertop before, and this stuff is amazing. Really happy with the quartz. And Rebecca really wanted a copper sink, and I think that this copper sink looks really good. It goes well with the dark cabinets, and I just think it all really goes good together. So we did opt for the darker stainless appliances. I think that this darker stainless goes well with the hickory cabinets as well. And very happy with the way the kitchen turned out. So up on top of this area here is the loft. Now we opted to only have an open loft. Different floor plans would have bedrooms up there, and we decided we didn't need the bedrooms up there, so it's just a big open area up there. There's really not too much to see, but you can see the staircase that we have as you go up it. It is actually made out of these same beams that's kind of on the staircase and that's on the ceiling, and so there's nice big beefy steps as we head up here. So the loft area is my area. This is kind of like my little office area. This is where I do all my film editing. This is where I pay the bills. This is where I keep all my camera equipment. So it is definitely a little messy. It's a little cluttered. But when you're up here in the loft, you know, the first thing you notice is you're going to notice these beams. I mean, you're right up here with the beams of the roof, and also the really big center post. So this post is actually holding up the center roof beam, and you can see this really large beam that is up there that's the center of the roof. That's the ridge beam. And another thing you notice is going to be the dormers. So the dormers on this house are like 8 feet wide, so they're just really big dormers, and I think they help make the house look bigger than it is. So the house is actually, the first floor is actually only 1,300 square feet, and I think that the big dormers and having that wraparound porch just makes the house look a lot bigger than it truly is. So let's go ahead and head back down. So as you come down the hallway, on the left is going to be our half bath. Now we made this barrel sink, and I think this was a really nice addition. And in the half bathroom we also stained the wood in here, and we put it vertical just to give it a different look. And then we ended up putting corrugated metal, kind of like a wainscoting, around the bottom of the bathroom. And I think that this bathroom I think it turns out to be just like just kind of a neat little room. So on the other side of the hallway, we go over here. So this is our laundry room, and we've got a sliding barn door to go into the laundry room, but it's actually also a pantry as well. So we've got a lot of storage in here. We've got our pots and pans stored over here. We've got all our canned food and stuff stored on this shelf. This cabinet here is our broom closet. So this is kind of a nice big cabinet to store, you know, the broom and the vacuum and stuff in there. And then in these cabinets and stuff, we've got extra food, and we've got a lot of different appliances and stuff that we keep in this area. And then really for the laundry, we really just have this shelf and the washer and dryer. And I've had a lot of people ask, you know, is there a problem with humidity having a washer and dryer in here with your, you know, with your pantry? And to be honest with you, we keep the barn door open all the time, and we've never really had much of a problem with anything. But I noticed we did close it before, and if you close it while you're doing laundry, it can start to get humid in here. But since we leave the door open all the time, it's really not an issue. So let's go ahead and we'll head to the master bedroom. So this is our master bedroom, and this bedroom was a lot bigger on the original floor plan, and we've tried to shrink this house down a little bit. So we've shrunk the bedroom, but it's still plenty big enough. And this is one of our first purchases of furniture when we bought the house. This is I think it's an aspen log bed, and it's got these really beefy, kind of rustic looking logs. And I think this is one of our favorite pieces of furniture in the house. This definitely gives you the log cabin feel. So in the bedroom, one thing you'll notice is, since the loft is above us, we've got this one big laminated beam here, and that's kind of holding up the other beams. So these here are your floor joists for the loft, and it's all exposed, and that's just kind of a key feature in the Countrymark Log home, is you always have these, you know, exposed beams for either, you know, for the floor or for the, you know, for the roof. So let's go ahead and head in here, and this is our master bathroom. So again, we have the hickory cabinets that the Amish made, and then we have the same quartz countertop that's in the kitchen. And then they also made us this really nice big mirror to fit in here. So this is, I think this looks really nice. And the Amish cabinet makers they did a really good job on all these cabinets. They're really nice. So we don't have a bathtub in the master bath. We just have a shower, because that's what we normally do. So this is our shower. Now I'm gonna, excuse me, but the fan is gonna be loud in here. But we used the stone tile, or the wood looking tile, I'm sorry. So we used that barn wood looking tile on the walls, and then we used like stone pebbles on the floor. We've got a bench over here to be able to sit at. And then this is actually like a bath spa. And then it has different jets, and it's got like the little nozzle to be able to wash your hair with. And then of course you've got like kind of the rain. It's almost like a rain shower head up here that falls down on you. And then, so this is our shower, and this is the first time that I've actually tiled a you know, like a shower floor and everything, but I think it all turned out pretty good. One other thing you might notice is the ceiling. We actually used the corrugated metal as the ceiling in the shower as well, to give it just a little rustic feature. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and head down to the basement. So the basement is an area we don't really use too much, and so it's probably the least finished of the house. So the first thing you notice when you come down the basement is going to be the floor. So we've got the acid stain concrete floor, and it gives it that kind of marbly look. It's a unique looking floor. And then if you look up, one thing you're going to notice is we have a corrugated metal ceiling, and that's just another feature to make it look a little more rustic down here. So we set our basement up to almost be like a separate living area, is kind of the idea. So we have a couple bedrooms down here, and then we have a full bath over here. And in this location, we don't have it done, but this location would be like a little kitchenette. So we actually have a sink hook up here, and the idea was to do some countertop and a sink, and then maybe do like another little countertop here, but make like a little kitchenette down here. So it could almost be like a separate living area if needed. So in here this is a full bath. So we do have a bathtub down here, and the bath, so we don't have just only a shower. So this is a bathtub shower combination here, and then this is just the downstairs bathroom. So if we ever do have people or guests come over, this will be their own bathroom in this location. So like I said, the basement is kind of our storage area. So we kind of got a weight bench down here, and we've got my seeds growing down here. So it's just kind of a little cluttered. But on each side we actually have a bedroom, and each bedroom is basically identical to each other in size. So we don't have a lot of furniture yet, and you can see that we actually don't have a bed frame right now. But slowly we'll get more furniture and more stuff and fill these bedrooms out. But Rebecca actually wants to do like a theme in each bedroom. So Her idea for this bedroom is to do a fishing theme. And so this bedspread, I think right here is actually, it's kind of a fishing, or it's got like a lodge kind of feel to it. So it's kind of got that fishing theme on the bedspread. She's got like a Gone Fishing sign in here. And I know there's actually a few other things that we have that's kind of fishing decor. And that's what she plans on putting in this bedroom. So this bedroom down here, I mean, it's exactly the same size as the other one, but this one's going to be like a barn themed room. So all the paintings on the wall, they're all just like different barns and farmhouses. You know, we've got this little windmill clock that's going to get hung up down here. Like I said, we're using this area for storage. So I know it looks funny that I've got a Christmas tree behind me, but it's just being stored down here right now. And in the bedrooms, we did different ceiling. You can see this is actually a drop ceiling. It's got the black tile in it. And that tile, I felt that the tile would have better soundproofing for people if they wanted to sleep. So that's the reason why we did the tile in here. It was just to help soundproof the room just a little bit better. So there's only one room left down here in the basement, and that's the mechanical room. So there's really not too much to show in here, but we just use it for storage. Of course, we have our freezers down here, and then we've got some storage shelves. But this is where our furnace and our water heater and water softener, they're all down in this location. So I've had a lot of people ask me what floor plan was I using from Countrymark. And this is actually a Pleasant View floor plan. And it's actually the living room of Pleasant View 1, and then it's the bedroom side of Pleasant View 2. So I took those two floor plans and we just used half of each floor plan. And then we actually shrunk the floor plan down several feet just to try to make the house a little bit smaller. So one other feature of the house that we really enjoy is having a wraparound porch. Now I know that this was probably cost a little bit more money to be able to put this porch on here, but I just can't say enough about having a wraparound porch. You always have shade, you always have one side that's out of the wind and the weather, so there's always somewhere that you can sit and be comfortable outside. And even in the hot summertime, you know, we put these ceiling fans out here, so it actually makes it pretty nice. You can sit and have the ceiling fan blow down on you. And the porch is just a really nice spot. I can't say enough about the wraparound porch. So definitely one of my favorite features. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed a tour of our home. If you didn't see the videos where we built the house, I'll put a link to the playlist down below. And thank you guys for stopping by and visiting today. I'll see you guys in the next video.